You excuse some child like the next house over going and sawing or whatever the fuck that is. Final review: She-Hulk: Attorney at Law. When I said that there was 2 upcoming FRs and then I did the, and that one of them was Little Voice, I did not mean that this was the second one. Like, there was Little Voice, there's Amazing Stories, which we'll do after this, and then I didn't know about this until literally 2 minutes ago. This show fucking sucks. Like, I will defend... Let me think. I think all of the other Disney Plus MCU shows, like, let's say this in order. I loved WandaVision. I thought that Falcon and Winter Soldier was the second worst. It would be the worst if it weren't for She-Hulk. But it still was quite enjoyable. Loki is obviously a fucking masterpiece. What If is pretty good. Hawkeye was good. Moon Knight was great. Miss Marvel is very underrated. I Am Groot is amazing. I think what was the next thing? Secret Invasion, I think, was pretty good as well, except for the ending. And Echo was amazing. This is the only one that I didn't like. So, and I now have the fucking hiccups. I can't clear my throat. I don't even know if you can hear the difference. I can barely hear the difference, but whatever. So, She-Hulk got 9 episodes, which is unusual. The only other shows that have had 9 episodes are both seasons of What If and WandaVision. For WandaVision, I get that because they're doing every decade. And as for What If, they want it a bit more than 6. I get that. Also, the episodes are shorter. And actually, WandaVision was shorter as well. But there's absolutely... I know that, like, I went through this week by week when I was doing other videos, like my school videos and stuff. But, we'll look back on it a year and a half later. So, it got 9 episodes instead of 6, and most of those didn't actually do anything for the plot. Like, let me go to the show itself. Obviously, episode 1 has story because it shows her origin, and then it's the rest of the episode was just her going to Bruce, and they argue over stuff, and Bruce says that you need to continue your anger, and she's like, I've been doing that my whole life because I'm a woman. You would never understand. Even though she's talking to Bruce Banner, the Hulk, the man he was, he fought at the Battle of New York. He fought Thanos head on. Just the fact that Jen is a woman has nothing. Like, even if I were a feminist, I'd be saying that. The fact that Jen is a woman, like, she has nothing on Bruce in the, like, if we're talking trauma or having a hard life. Episode 2, I don't actually remember this. Right, where she starts for a meal. Yeah, okay. It was the dialogue was pretty bad. But it did, there was still story, so... I mean, the fact that there is contributions to the plot, the fact that I'm commending an episode for that, I really shouldn't do that. Like, that should just be default. Episode 3, that's, once again, Emil Blonsky. Episode 4. That was just Wong. Like that was the whole thing. They got Wong, but they brought Wong back, even though he wasn't gone for that long, because this was only, I'm gonna count, June, July, August, 4 months since Doctor Strange 2 came out. And I don't like the fact that she's like, oh, hey, you guys wanted Wong? We did. Here's Wong. And then when it came to the Daredevil episode, it's like, who the fuck is this? Because they think they funny. Episode 5. There was a bit of story there. It was just told Titania is suing She-Hulk for like copyright infringement or something like that. Episode 6. There's fuck all here. There was a shitty fight with Titania. And that's it. Episode 7. Like, basically nothing here. Oh, she needs to learn to control her anger. So it's fine when Emil says that she needs to control her anger, but when Bruce says it, nah. Episode 8, this is just the Daredevil episode. Yeah, Charlie Cox is there. The suit was okay, but Daredevil in this just wasn't it. Like, I mean, with his very like minuscule appearances in No Way Home and Echo, he was great in those. But this, it was just nothing. Anyway, the last episode just completely decanonizes, if that's even a word. So I made like a clicker sound there. Like the whole thing is that every single subplot that they had going on, they just throw it all together into one thing, and then like she's like, "No, you need to stop this," and then she just goes to Kevin Feige, and she goes to the writers' room and is like, "You guys suck," and it just seems like that they knew they were writing like the worst thing ever, but they thought that if they make fun of it in the last episode, it'll make it okay. But it just doesn't. Like, I want my... Oh, how long does this say an episode is on for? Right, 45 minutes. We'll just say 40. I want my 6 hours back. Like... So... It's... The MCU shows are... It's a bit complicated for doing FRs because we knew WandaVision was a miniseries from the very start. The others, like, other than What If and Loki, we knew nothing about a season 2 for Falcon and Winter Soldier, Hawkeye, Moon Knight, especially Moon Knight, because I remember they made a video where it was like the crew were in Egypt, and they made a video. It was like, why are we in Egypt? How else would we make season 2? But as far as I know, we're not actually getting season 2. Hell, Moon Knight might not even appear till Avengers. So I know that a couple months ago they did consider renewing it, but now, according to Tatiana Maslany, like, she's come out and just said some things about it, saying that they blew the budget, which was the reason why it was bad. But I mean, where did the budget go? And it's not like you had a lot of big celebrities in it, because you had... See, if we're talking of, like, names I recognize, now I know a lot of names. You know, we got Tatiana Maslany, Jamil Jamil, Mark Ruffalo, Tim Roth, Megan Thee Stallion. That's, what, 5? Charlie Cox, Benedict Wong. We'll just go from there. I don't know how much the budget was, but it's not like he spent most of that getting those people. And it's not like the budget went towards the CGI, considering that was dog shit. Which, it's weird because Hulk in it looks decent, but Sakaar and She-Hulk just don't turn... Or Sakaar. Is that the name of the planet? Whatever. So, we celebrating tonight. Like, we eating good. From the fact that we're not eating shit in the future. I'm just gonna show you this, right? Disney Plus suck at announcing whether or not their stuff is continuing or not, right? So Andor, we know, is getting season 2. Like, it was always planned as having 2 seasons. Tales of the Jedi, we don't know. Bad Batch, we know that season 3 will be the last one. Visions, potentially. And then, if we scroll down, we're getting the ones that are cancelled. What if we know season 3 is coming out because they already posted a trailer? Right, so it says Echo is end at Loki. Now, I know that Loki, like, how the fuck are they going to do anything with that? Because the only thing I can think of is that if they were to wait until after the multiverse saga ends, and, like, they get the Loki somehow, like, you know, if this is how Secret Wars ends, that they get the Loki, and it's like, they convince him to let go and let the multiverse die, and he just goes back to doing stuff instead of just sitting. Maybe they can make a season 3 there. I'm just going to keep it on here and not do an FR until they officially confirm whether or not it's cancelled. Like Moon Knight, you know, they teased us about a season 2, but we never got anything. Miss Marvel, I heard things about them giving it a season 2. We got Obi-Wan as well, which, I mean, the cast want to do season 2, the crew want to do season 2, Disney want to do season 2, but Secret Invasion, that, like, a season 2 wouldn't really work because that's a story show instead of a character show, if you know what I mean. Like, you know, Miss Marvel is a character show because it's about a character, it's introducing a character, whereas Secret Invasion is, I mean, yeah, obviously there's new characters, but it's most, like, main cast, main star is people we know. And it's about the Secret Invasion instead of about Fury. So, as with that having a season 2, that would just be stupid. Like, I go, most people didn't like season 1, so, but just, it wouldn't make sense to do a season 2, even if season 1 were amazing. Boba Fett, hopefully that stays dead, but with the fact that they considered doing season 2 of, like, Miss Marvel, I like Miss Marvel, but you know what I mean, Miss Marvel and She-Hulk and all, I wouldn't be surprised if they renew Boba Fett. Anyway. Final review. Nope. Amazing Stories. Might actually saw a spoiler for a potential upcoming FR. Even though it's only one episode, it will take a while because I'm watching it in free downloads when I'm in a car. And it won't download. Maybe because I don't have enough space, I don't know. So I'm going to watch Bastard and keep watching that until I get enough space to download the last episode of The Owl House. Anyway, final review, Amazing Stories. You know, I watched episode 1 and I thought it was amazing, no pun intended. And I didn't get around to watching episode 2 until a couple of days ago, and episode 2 it felt generic, and I was like, okay, this is all going to be like generic genre things. Like, The Cellar was a love story. The Heat was a ghost story, and there were some very, like, The Heat has been done before. You know, it's just person dies, they're a ghost, kinda, and they just wander about and try to like figure out what the fuck they do. Maybe I have to do something to get into heaven. That being said, it still was a great episode, even like the ending where it was like the way that she got into heaven was to get her friend to confess her feelings. Dynaman in the Vault was a superhero story. Well, superhero-ish. It's more like a One Punch Man kind of thing, where it's like there's a person with powers, but they don't really use them for fighting crime. They just sort of use them for generic stuff. I still thought it was pretty good. Signs of Life, I feel like they should have revealed what the twist was earlier instead of leaving it for the end. But it's still, like, it nearly brought me to tears. The Rift as well nearly brought me to tears, and the Rift is, that actually could be in the same sort of, I don't want to say universe, but, a bit similar to The Cellar. That was pretty good, even though the child in it was annoying. I don't think I have anything else to say.